Okay, in this video what we're going to do here is we're going to replace this Linux that's currently on it, which is Debian 12, and we're going to replace it with Debian 12, but this is going to be a bit customized. It's going to have OpenRC instead of systemd, and it will also have the latest kernel in it, which latest kernel in stable is 6.1. And we are going to end up with 6.11.10, the BPO kernel out of Backports. Right, so let's get this party started. So basically what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and reboot. And as this is booting up, I'm going to hit F12 as soon as the Dell logo shows up to enter my boot screen. And I'm going to choose my USB flash drive here. Right, and we'll go ahead and start the installation. As you can tell, this is 12.8. I'm going to pause this as little as possible. This might end up being a little longer video. Okay, so we're just going to use the wired. I could use the Wi-Fi, but we're going to use the wired connection. It's a bit faster. Okay, we're just going to leave it as Debian, no domain name. I'm going to skip the root password. Use all our same information. Did any other videos, Central Time Zone. This is all recorded in real time. I'm not speeding this up. This installation is on bare metal. It is not in a virtual machine. We're just going to use the entire disk. We're going to do it the easy way. Just put it on this 256 gig Micron that's in the Dell. This is a Dell Optiplex 7020 micro form factor. The link is in the description for an affiliate link. We're going to be lazy. We're going to do it all in one partition. Anyway, as I was saying, the affiliate links are in the description to some of the hardware that's used in the creation of this video in this channel. I do earn a commission. It does not change your price whatsoever. All right. Go ahead and let this run. As you can tell, it's fast enough. This is a 14th generation i5. It's got 8 gigs of RAM in it, and of course that 256 gig M.2 NVMe. This comes with the 2230, which is the smaller one, but this can go up to 2280, and there are 2 NVMe slots in the motherboard, so I can do 2 2280s if I wanted to. Okay, so currently we're installing just regular plain vanilla Debian stable. And again, this is done in real time. I'm not speeding this video up at all. I may pause it if this starts to take too long. But I'm not speeding it up at all. First thing we're going to do is we're going to replace systemd with OpenRC. Those of you that know what that means know what that means. Those that don't know, systemd is a controversial initialization system that comes with most Linux distributions that many people have an issue with. OpenRC is more favorable to them. Personally, I don't care, but I'm doing this for content. Anyway, right now we're not going to do a desktop, so we're going to take that out. We're just going to leave our standard system utilities in there. We'll rerun task select here in a little bit and put XFCE in here. Come on. Don't make me pause you. Alright, we're going to go ahead and reboot now. It's not bad, it's only been 6.5 minutes. Like 6.1. I'm going to do some command line magic in this too. Alright, so we're going to echo, and we want that to be deb, http deb.debian.org/debian. This is going to be Bookworm, backports main, and we're going to sudo t that to etc apt sources .list .d slash we'll just call it backports. Okay, sudo apt update. Okay, now we're going to do sudo apt install -t bookworm -backports, and we are going to install the Linux image AMD64, which is going to pull in 6.11.10 plus BPO, so we know that it's the Backport kernel. And the reason why we're installing the newer kernel is this helps us pull in new drivers. Like if you have a newer graphics card, this will put you on a newer kernel than the stock one that comes in stable. As soon as this gets done. Okay, so what we're going to do here is sudo reboot. This will put us on the new kernel. And indeed, we're on the new kernel. Okay, so another thing I want to do is sudo apt install. I want the Linux headers for this kernel. This is in case we end up having to compile later, or if the headers are needed for some reason. Okay, so we don't need to reboot after that, but what we're going to do now is we're going to replace systemd with OpenRC. And to do that, we're going to do a sudo apt install And this is going to be OpenRC. And OpenRC needs sysv init. So we'll put that in. Like that warning says, we need to reboot immediately. So let's do a reboot. There's a couple more packages we need to do, and then we're going to do some apt pinning to prevent systemd from being pulled in later. And as you can tell, that was OpenRC. So we've already replaced systemd with OpenRC, but systemd is still installed. So that's going to be the next thing we do once we get back to our prompt. Okay, sudo apt install. We got a few other things, like we have to have lognd, elognd rather, lib ham elognd. And we need to do something with our orphans. Systemctl is still needed, and so it's proc ps. Okay, and then we will sudo reboot again. Got stuck here for a second. All right. So now we're going to sudo nano etc apt preferences, and we're going to call this one systemd. And this is going to pin packages so systemd isn't pulled back in. It's going to be package systemd. And we are going to pin releases, all of them. And set a pin priority, -1. And one final package. And this is in case you decide to install a 32-bit portion in your operating system. This will catch that as well. Okay. Okay, so now that that's done, now we're going to sudo task select, and we'll do XFCE, and we'll see how long this takes. Hopefully it won't take too long. That 3 seconds is just the downloading portion, not the install portion. Come on, you can do it. Alrighty, I'm going to pause the video for this. Okay, that took about another minute and a half. The only thing I did was clear the screen. That's it. All right, so from here we need to do a sudo reboot. If y'all are wondering what key combination I'm using to clear the screen, that's Control L. You can also type the word clear. So we should be booting into XFCE. Now I installed through Task Manager instead of installing each component because I wanted to pull in pretty much the entire environment at once. Not overly concerned about disk space. This thing should still use less than like 10 gigs of space. Get logged in here. All right, and there we have a vanilla XFCE. Let's do some customization on it though. Right click, panel, preferences. I'm gonna go to panel 2 and we're gonna remove that panel. That's the one at the bottom. I'm gonna unlock this, move this to the bottom, lock it back. All right. Didn't need to close that. Over to items. I don't need those action buttons. I don't need the workspace switcher. And actually I'm going to change my power settings here real quick and then we'll get rid of that too. Display. Turn all of them off. And I can get rid of that too. I don't like, it doesn't need the word applications in there, so I'm going to take that off. And here you can also change out that icon if you want. All I did was right click on the button and then choose properties. Desktop icons can go bye-bye. Okay, so we're going to do a little customization here. All right, this out the way. I'm going to install some apps here. So tree, VLC, git, wget, curl, neofetch. What else am I wanting? Arc theme, I think. Yep, arc theme. Oxygen cursors. I think that's it for right this second. Oops, if you spell wget correctly. All right, those installed. Okay, while this is running, just to recap, we installed Debian stable. This is currently 12.8. It comes with kernel 6.1. We added backports and put the backport kernel of 6.11.10. And we replaced systemd with OpenRC. Installed XFCE4. Okay. Let's minimize that for a second. Click here in the settings manager. I want to go to appearances and I want arc darker. And let me show you what that does if you don't know. File manager, I'm going to move this over here. So the style will change the way that whole window looks. There's arc darker, or arc dark, sorry, arc lighter, and then arc darker, which is the one I want here. So then the icons, which we'll install more of those in a second, are fonts. Go back to here, and then I'm going to open Window Manager, and then I want to do arc darker there as well to change the top bar. That out, this out. So if you put a check mark here and take this check mark out, what that does is it allows you to snap your windows. I don't need any of these. There's the trash. I click empty. Okay. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this antiquated Firefox, which is ESR. It stands for Extended Support. If we go in here, we are on version 128. We're going to replace that with Firefoxes straight from them. Get Firefox. We'll go here, download Firefox. We're going to choose this link here. I'm going to use the apt repository instead. Snap that to that side. Terminal, and snap that to that side. Clear that screen. All right. This is just going to be kind of copy and paste. I'm not going to go over what every single one of these do. The bullet points here is close enough. This creates the store. This one here takes in the key. This verifies the fingerprint. And what we're looking for is this line right here. Excuse me, key matches. Now we're going to add the repo itself. We'll do some more apt pinning, and we're going to keep ESR out. And this is going to install regular Firefox for us. And we don't need this anymore. All right, and now what we're going to do is sudo apt auto remove Firefox-ESR, and I put an asterisk behind it because I want all packages that are ESR related. And so that's out. So now when we open our web browser, help about, man, sorry about my throat. We're actually on version 1.3 or 133.0.3 from the Debian packages and not the extended support. Take that out. Save and continue. So that's now my default browser, which it was anyway. All right, so let's go looking for some wallpaper here. Stay signed out. Let's do we'll go here. I've had fairly good luck with this site here. I just want to pick a wallpaper. I'm kind of done with Christmas already, so let's pick something that's not Christmassy or wintry. Let's see, that's the one I had when I started the video, so we'll do that one there. All right, so that's already downloaded. So go in here to pictures. Oh, it's not in pictures, it's still in downloads. Doi. So cut it from there. Go to pictures, paste it there. Right click, and then we're going to set that as wallpaper. All right. So there's one more thing I want to do. I want to get rid of these brown icons, and I actually want to do Linux Mint's blue icons. So that's going to be mint-l-icons. I'm going to grab this real quick, code, download the zip file. And while it's downloading, if you're looking for other themes, another place you can go, you can just do XFCE 4 themes. Go in here, GTK2 themes, 3, 4 themes, cursor themes, full icon themes, just whatever theme you want to play with out of here. Installing these themes are out of the scope of this video, but they're there. yeah, I pretty much already knew exactly what I was going to do. This one here kind of looks like Garuda a little bit. Yeah, it looks a little like Garuda Linux there. It's kind of snazzy. Okay, so go to the downloads. I want to unzip this. Wow, learn to type. Okay, so from here I'm going to change into the Mint directory. Okay, and then I want to sudo copy R for recursive, capital R for recursive, V for verbose, and then I'm going to do source user sorry, not source, user share icons mint L, and I'm going to put an asterisk behind that, and I want to copy that to user share icons. Okay, I'm going through that a little fast. So if I maximize this back up and I do an ls, let's go to the user share icons directory. Okay, so basically I just took all of these folders and moved them, or copied them I should say, into the user share icons directory. So what we're going to do now is we're going to change the color of that. And we're just going to go back to settings, settings manager, personal appearance. We've already done that. Icons. Now you notice all these new icons in here. Voila, I can change that to whatever I want there. Fonts are fine. Settings are fine. Back to all settings. Okay, so the only other thing I want to do is I want to change my black cursor to bright yellow cursor. So we're going to go to mouse, themes, and oxygen yellow. And there you have it. We're right back where we started. All I did was just walk through the exact same process I did, and we're right back where we started the whole video. If you like these videos and you want to see more like this, make sure you click like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.